Welcome, one and all, to Scotch and Smoke Rings episode 441. I am your friendly neighborhood Oxhorn, here as always. I think my suspenders are under my shirt today, so they're not set to maximum stun. But they're not set to minimum stun, and that's the key point. As long as nothing is minimum here on the Oxhorn show, then we're going to be having a good time. We're going to have a great show for you today. Thank you all for coming to this week's episode. We're going to be playing Metro Last Light. I know it's been a while since we've played Metro on the program. We had a lot of Fallout 4 VR to get through, and then we did Death Toll last week, which was a lot of fun. But today we will be returning to Metro Last Light, so stay tuned to that. I'm going to be showing off the new Fallout crate loot box thing that came through the mail recently. So we'll have fun with that, and of course, we will be answering your questions for the first 30 minutes of the program or so before we start playing the game. So, pleasure to have you on the show today. I hope you have enjoyed the Point Lookout series. I did my last lore video for the series today, and we will conclude the Point Lookout series tomorrow morning with a big video on the loot. We will be going over all of the loot that we can walk away with from the DLC, armor, weapons, even consumables, and some of the perks that you can get. So we'll cover everything you can get from the DLC. It's going to be a shorter video because there's honestly not a whole lot in Point Lookout. There's, pardon me, there's 8 or 9 weapons, 3 or 4 pieces of armor. Not a whole lot. But it's going to be nice for me. I get a nice shorter video for tomorrow. 10, 15 minutes instead of 40 to 50 minutes. Like I've been doing all this week. So, Bitter Comments says, I've been waiting for that Dunwich video for like a year. I know. That's one of the major comments I've been getting ever since I started playing Fallout 3. Everyone wanted to see the Dunwich Company video. But I knew that I wanted to save it for Point Lookout due to the quest in Point Lookout. So I resisted the temptation to go to Dunwich earlier in my playthrough of Fallout 3 because I wanted to save it for the Dark Heart of Blackhole. And I'm very glad I did because it ties everything together and makes the dungeon much more interesting. Honestly, without Point Lookout installed, the Dunwich building is a little anticlimactic because you get all the way to the virulent underchambers and then you find the obelisk, and all that happens when you click on it is you get an uneasy feeling. Okay, I'll go get my melee bobblehead now. But with the quest active in your inventory and the Kriv Bekne in your inventory, it makes much more sense. So that's one of the reasons why I saved it. Asher says, hey Oxhorn, are you ever going to play Death Toll again? That was fun. Maybe. Depends on what the community wants. We will see. Best Gold, Red Gold, says, why the bowler hat? And when did it start being your thing? Let me contemplate my answer while I light my cigar. Still contemplating. Well, to answer your question, it happened in college. I never wore a derby before, and when I started making my original Oxhorn videos, my videos with World of Warcraft, I never showed my face. Until I did a video called Inventing Swear Words 2. And I had this idea for a short little skit, but I couldn't animate it. It wouldn't have made sense to animate it. So I shot a short video of myself promoting Kodo mouthwash or Kodo eggnog or some horrible beverage. And I don't know. I felt like I needed to snazz it up. I felt like I needed some kitschy thing to set me apart. And all I could find is a top hat gag gift. It wasn't a real top hat. It was like a Halloween decoration that was lying about in my house. So I put on the top hat and I held the little jar of Kodo drool spit or whatever. And I'm like, get your bottle of Kodo drool today. And I ramble off a bunch of technical information. And so that was my first foray into actually showing my face in my videos. And I didn't want to continue to use the top hat because I didn't feel like it suited my face very good. I don't know. This has got a rounder top. I felt like it fit the roundness of my face better. So the next time I showed my face on camera, I went with a derby just because I thought it looked better than a top hat. And I've been doing it ever since. I really can't explain why. I can promise you that I don't sleep in this hat, nor do I wear it around the house for fun. It's really just this show, and when I make public appearances. Squad Up says, Oxhorn, when will you start Mothership Zeta? After I do Lonesome Road, which is next. The Dark Seraph says, Cass is one stubborn broad, and Nadine is one crazy broad. Yeah, I really like Nadine. I know she's a little annoying, and she's a little crazy, but I love how confident and gung-ho she is for such a young girl. She goes out, she leaves home, she wants to get her fortune, she's filled with all of this energy, she's going to do the hard work, she's going to make a name for herself. Yeah, she gets some unwanted brain surgery, but it just rolls off her back. She doesn't care, she can get rid of the scar, and she keeps on going. I kind of like Nadine. When will you do Megaton? Great question. I did the Megaton Player Home last Christmas. Not the most recent Christmas, but the Christmas before last Christmas. But I should probably do it again. Well, I mean, in that video, I didn't talk about everything in Megaton. I only talked about the Player Home. So there's still a lot to talk about in Megaton. So yeah, I should get to it. It's not high up on my list. There's so much content I've been wanting to get through first. But I will be doing stuff on Megaton. Jesse says, say Oxhorn. I know you said that you would be taking a break until the next DLC series. So do you think you might do a dedicated video on the bobbleheads? Or possibly the magazines in Fallout 4? Well, probably not. There are already so many wonderful guides online that you can watch that gives you a point-by-point breakdown of where to find the bobblehead and where to find the magazines. And that's not really what my channel does. I have done some things like that in the past, but I don't really do collection videos where I show you where to go to get your collection. Additionally, it would be an intense amount of work, especially the magazines, the Burke magazines for Fallout 4. I mean, there are almost 100 of them. I don't know how many are out there, but there are a whole lot. And it would be rather tedious to just hear me say, to find the next copy of the Massachusetts Surgery Journal, head on over to the Greater Mass Blood Clinic where you can kill some bloat flies and you find it on a desk. To find the next copy of the Massachusetts Surgery, it's I don't know. I don't know if it needs to be made in video form. There are already so many great guides online for you to get the magazines, whether you go to the wiki or you find some images on Imager or whatever, that I'm not sure it needs a video format that's narrated by yours truly. Anthony says, so many videos, love your voice work, perfect for lecturing, or you have a perfect lecturing/teaching voice. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Asher says, hey, Oxhorn, you know what's better to use a match than a lighter? There's always one. There's always one. Asher says, I need my daily dose of the end of dungeon steamer trunk. Yes, did I say... There are few end of dungeon steamer trunks in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, right? So it's mainly a Fallout 4 thing. Though I do get to say Rebel Ramp between all 3 games. But it's really 4 that has the end of dungeon steamer trunks. Unearned, I think that's his name. He's got Uncaged. Says, Oxhorn, will you play Metro Exodus on stream when it's released? Yes, though I'm going to have to be very careful because since no one has played Metro Exodus, if I live stream Metro Exodus right when it comes out, then we won't know when any inappropriate scenes are coming up. And that's honestly something I'm having to deal with for today's stream. So I had originally planned to play through this city that we arrived at, Metro, that has this inappropriate scene, so that I wouldn't have to expose anyone to it on the program today. But I lost track of time. I worked really hard getting my Dunwich video out. I published it, then I went to a doctor appointment. I got back to the house at 11 o'clock. No, I got back to the house at noon. So I had been up for well over 24 hours by that time, and I crashed. And thankfully I had shot all of my footage for tomorrow's video already. And I crashed and I woke up less than an hour ago. You can probably still see I'm a little sleepy in the face. But yeah, so I didn't have a chance to play through that portion of Metro. Which means we're going to have to play through it on the live stream. Which means I'm going to have to be staring at the ground a lot as we walk through this little town. Hopefully avoiding any sort of inappropriate scenes. We'll see. Creeper says, will you get more into Fallout 4 DLC content? Yes, I have already done dozens and dozens of videos about the Fallout 4 DLCs. I've completed the Automatron DLC, so that series is completely done, start to finish. Every single quest, every dungeon. And I've done a lot of stuff on Vault-Tec Workshop, though I do want to revisit that. Because I didn't do it. I did the Vault-Tec Workshop stuff before I became a lore channel. So this channel started off as a settlements channel, where I was doing settlement building and talking about mods that improve settlement building, and talking about the math behind a lot of the settlement algorithms, whether it comes to attacks and stuff like that. If you look back at my older stuff, that's what it was all about. And then Vault-Tec Workshop came out, and so I'm like, great, Vault-Tec, we can make vaults. And I went through all of the quest stuff, but I did so from a perspective of talking about how it relates to settlement building and less about the lore. So I do think I probably need to revisit Vault-Tec Workshop and talk about just the lore for a bit. But there's not much there. It's one quest where you've got that Overseer ghoul, and then she either stays or she's gone. So there isn't much there. That said, I will go back and do that. But Far Harbor and Nuka World, I have done lots of stuff. I've done dozens and dozens of videos about Far Harbor and Nuka World. But what I haven't done, I haven't done the primary stories. I did one story talking about the ending. Well, I did a story talking about the ending of Far Harbor, and one video talking about the ending of Nuka World, talking about my opinion on which was the most moral choice. And I always enjoy doing those videos, but I didn't do a start-to-finish lore walkthrough of each DLC, which is something I may do, given time. I want to get through 3 in New Vegas first, though. The DLCs, at least. What have we forgotten? We've forgotten the Scotch. We have some 10-year-old Glenmorangie, original Highland Scotch whiskey, and we will be drinking it today out of my I believe it's a Contraptions Workshop mug. So this is one of the new things that came in my Fallout loot crate. On the inside it says, "Welcome home, welcome home." And it doesn't change color or anything fancy, but it's got the Vault Girl. She's wielding a sledgehammer. And I'm going to put Scotch in this for right now, because I don't have anything else. This is all I have. Now, I said I would talk about some of the other stuff that comes with the loot box. Vault-Tec Not Contraptions. Is that Vault-Tec Workshop? Yeah, you're probably right. There is a Vault blueprint on it, so I probably should have put that together. Are you going to finish your series on the Nuka World parks? Says DJ Bumbles. Yeah. Let's see. I've done over half of them. I did Safari Park. I haven't done over half of them. I've only done 2 of them. Okay. I've got a lot of work to do. Yeah. I'll be doing it all. People they often wonder about what I'm going to do when I run out of content. I'm not gonna run. I'm not gonna run out of content. There's always content. It just keeps coming and coming. All right, so here's the box. And this is what it came in. It was the Fallout crate. Here, see if I can do it better this way. There. Now, first things first. I got a sweatshirt, and it's big, so I will be able to use it. On the back it says, "Tunnel Snakes, Capital Wasteland." And then on the front, Vault 101. Right? I typically don't wear hoodies. Hoodies aren't my MO. But it's nice. It's nice. I'll set that there for now. Then it came with this pin. It's the Lone Wanderer perk pin. From the perk tree on Fallout 4. Which is cool. Again, I don't really wear pins either. You know, maybe when it's the 4th of July and I'm on TV or I'm a president, then I might wear a pin. But yeah, cool. Then there's this. This is part 1 of 6. The idea is that I have to wait for each box to arrive to get every single piece, and then I can put it together. And so what it is it's basically a T-45 power armor suit. Can I take this out of here? I think it's pewter, and I don't want to bend it. Yeah, I'm going to leave it in there for now. There's the helmet. Then it comes with this stand. Interestingly, it says number 126 on there. I don't know if that means that this is the 126th one that was cast, or if this is the door to Vault 126. I don't know. All right, then we got the mug. There's the box for the mug. There's a mouse pad. See, I want to make sure there's no glare. Sign up at your local vault shelter today. It's never too late. Volt shelter, right? Cool mouse pad. Though, do people use mouse pads these days? I haven't used a mouse pad in years. Because, you know, everything is laser these days, right? So you don't need a smooth surface for the ball to roll around. You just put it on the hard table of your desktop, and there you go. Still, I suppose I could use it as a placemat for dinner. And then there's this, which is super cool. This is a fox figurine from Fallout 3, right? Can you see him? He's got his minigun there. It's supposed to be in his hands, but I haven't opened it yet. But I will. And there we go. So, pretty cool stuff. The one thing that I pulled out and immediately put to use, of course, was the mug, which I have enjoyed 3 or 4 beverages out of so far. Very useful, utilitarian piece of loot. All right. Bender says, Oxhorn, you must have a very clean desk. I find dust, etc., get stuck to the side pads on mine if I don't use the pad. So that's why that's there. No, the dust and gunk that you find on your mouse, I think that's unavoidable. And that's because your hand, not to gross anyone else out right now, but your hand is constantly shedding skin cells, right? And if you spend many hours of the day with your hand pressed against a mouse, then those skin cells have nowhere to go but onto the surface of the mouse. As time goes on and those skin cells build up, they begin to create a really thick, almost black, sludgy consistency, which you can then peel off with your fingernail or use some sort of scrub brush. Not that I have any first-hand experience about this. No, my mouse is pristine, clean, as a new fallen snow is my mouse. I'm talking about your mouse. If you have this on your mouse, this is why. Will you ever finish your Vault series? Well, I think I just talked about my Vault Tech workshop. So I didn't have a Vault series. I haven't started a Vault series. I released my Vault 88 video build. I finished my Vault 88 build and I released a video on it. And that was pretty much it for Vault Tech workshop for me. Although I will revisit it and touch on the lore implications of Vault 88 a little bit later. All right. 1 second. Now, keeping a keyboard clean, that's
on this series, the last one of the day.
Whoa. Oh, that's right. There's that big Overwatch thing going on right now, right? Keeping a keyboard clean is the tricky bit when you are a cigar smoker.
Out on top.
And that's because the ash from your cigars you're smoking is constantly falling down between the keys. So I do spend quite a lot of time trying to keep that clean. Keys. Okay. Oh, did I not change? I didn't change the game that I was playing for Twitch, did I? Let's change that to Metro Last Light. There we go. And I have to move this over there. Vault Voy says, Oxhorn, did you enjoy the Anchorage DLC better or the Point Lookout DLC better? I enjoyed the Point Lookout DLC better. Now, I did enjoy Operation Anchorage, don't get me wrong. It was so refreshing to do Operation Anchorage because I really wanted to see some of that pre-war lore that we are constantly hearing about in Fallout lore, but, we can never experience because it was 200 years ago. But when I got to Operation Anchorage, I understand why they made it a simulation. It had to be a simulation. There we go. Banned him. Good. It had to be a simulation because obviously everyone has been dead for 200 years and you can't go back in time. And I'm really glad they didn't introduce time travel to the Fallout franchise. That would have just made things a whole lot worse. We've already got nuclear bombs that can do magical things to people that real nukes can't do, like turn them into ghouls. We've already got the Dunwich horrors live in our universe, and aliens. The next thing is time travel. And I'm glad they did not add time travel. We don't need every single science fiction, thing in the Fallout universe. So I'm glad they didn't do time travel. But it is a simulation, and there are some inherent restraints and restrictions when it comes to the simulation. So, it was so linear. And again, I understand why they did it, but it was extremely linear. You start from one point, you have to go through this dungeon, and it was fun. I'm glad it was there. I'm glad I did it. But it wouldn't be my favorite DLC compared to a more open world one like Point Lookout. Point Lookout was very free, and there was so much to explore. The pit was great. I really enjoyed the pit and the story of the pit, and the final decision was gut-wrenching and horrible, and you had to, the moral implications was fine, but the land to explore was a little disappointing, only because you were exploring a few wrecked courtyards and buildings. The biggest place to explore was the scrapyard. And I really enjoyed exploring the scrapyard, but you explored the scrapyard pretty quickly. And you finished it, you got through it. You saw the one unique enemy in that DLC, the little trogs. And you saw that all at the very beginning of the scrapyard. So Point Lookout compared to those two, I think was much better. Now, the main story of Point Lookout, I loved it, and I was frustrated by it. Simply because so much of it wasn't explained to you while you were going through it. Like, I'm on my way to the Ferris wheel to try and decide, should I side with Professor Calvert, the brain in a jar that's speaking to me in my mind, or should I side with Desmond Lockhart? And I have no reason to side with either. There was at no point during this primary quest where they really gave me incentive enough to do anything for any of them. Now, sure, if you're a mercenary and you're just doing it for the caps and the loot, well, I suppose that's incentive enough. But if you were wanting a moral reason to help either of these guys, or if there was someone, I just didn't feel like I was emotionally attached to that particular story. But there were so many other stories in Point Lookout that more than made up for it. Will you play BioShock again? Possibly. I have been struggling with trying to get into BioShock. It's one of those games that's, it's a first-person shooter game, and it's pretty linear. You go from level to level, so it's not quite as open as I would like. But, yeah, I'll probably revisit that in a bit. If not doing a big lore series on it, at least finishing the live streams. Will you do lore videos on Metro? Maybe. I really want to finish the playthrough of it first before I decide to do any lore videos. Again, another one that's going to be hard to do lore videos for because it is so linear. I would basically just be replaying the primary story of Metro. Zebra says, just wanted to pop in and say that I've been on the channel. Oh, and it flew off the screen. That I've been around this channel for maybe 2 weeks, and it's already one of my favorites. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Suzanne says, Oxhorn, what happens when you finish the quest The Dark Heart of Blackhall and return to Obadiah Blackhall? Would he react to the destruction of the Necro book thing? Sorry, I can't spell that book. Yeah, I don't blame you. It is called the Krivbeck. Nah. Someone needs to take the developers at Bethesda aside and speak with them about their fictional names. A little tricky. I tried this. I tried this in my gameplay. So after destroying the book and you go back to Blackhall Manor, Obadiah, without a word to you, stands up and goes downstairs and kneels before his altar. He doesn't mention the book again. He doesn't talk with you about your arrangement. He doesn't express his sadness at you having destroyed the book. He just pretends like you're not there. And if you talk to him, he says, go away. So since there wasn't anything new from him, I didn't include going back to him. Caden says, could you do a series on you playing Fallout 4? Yes, I want to do that, but not right now. I'm really focusing on the primary stories of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, while also supplementing with Fallout 4 content. And then I'm gonna start knocking out a lot more Fallout 4 content. Now, basically, when it comes, so my strategy right now is I'm gonna be producing. So I just finished Point Lookout. I'm then going to do Lonesome Road. And then after Lonesome Road, I believe it's Mothership Zeta. But between those DLCs, I'll be taking a bit of a break to produce other content for all 3 games, including Fallout 4. So for example, the day after tomorrow, I will have a Fallout 4 video for everybody. Now, when it comes to the primary plot of Fallout 4, I haven't done a big lore series where we go through the main story, and I want to. It's complicated because it does splinter off into the different faction endings, which I would then have to explore. This is the tricky bit of doing any sort of series on the primary lore of the game, which is something I'm coming up against with Fallout New Vegas, but I've got a strategy for how I want to do it. So yeah, with Fallout New Vegas, for example, it's going to be the same thing when we get to Fallout 4. The game splits after you deal with Benny. The primary impetus for the courier even going to New Vegas is resolved once you meet Benny at the Tops Casino. Then, the only way forward is to get political, is to get involved in the local politics, and you have to decide, am I going to side with Mr. House, the Legion, the NCR, or opt for an independent New Vegas? So at that point, you're basically going off in a completely different line, and you got to cover that plot to the very end, and that's what I'm going to end up doing. So I've got 2 more videos for the story of New Vegas. I'm going to do the arrival at New Vegas, how to get into New Vegas, and then our first meeting with House, then confronting Benny at the Tops Casino. So that's going to be 2 videos worth of content. Then after that, I'm going to choose one of the major factions and do all of the main storyline quests for that faction with that faction's resolution. Then we'll go back to Benny and start the next faction and do their storyline all the way to the end of the game. That's my strategy right now for completing each one, which is going to be tricky. But I think I would have to have a similar strategy for doing Fallout 4. And I believe the point of no return is going to be mass fusion. So I may be able to go through the primary plot up until mass fusion. I haven't thought about that too much. We'll see. We'll see. Do you still wear glasses like you do in your old vids? Yeah, I mean, no. I got laser surgery years ago, but I still do have a pair of glasses lying around here somewhere. Where are they? Oh, here we go. Do I look like a pilot? Should I do my stream like this? This way you can see my monitors. You can see all of the different monitors that I'm having to monitor. Oh. Jay Kobo says, will you ever consider doing a series on the Stalker games? I answered this question last week, and the answer is probably not, but maybe. So I bought Stalker, and I installed all of the Stalker games, and I played through the first 30 or so minutes of the first one. It's so hard to get into. I'm having a hard time finding, first of all, any emotional attachment to the storyline at all, because it's less about story and it's more about gameplay. You show up in this bunker, you crashed in some sort of Jeep, and you've got memory loss, and then this big guy starts sending you on all of these missions, which you feel obliged to do because he saved your life. Okay, so you start going on these missions and you're trying to acquire artifacts and avoid the military that are doing some sort of blockade. You know, I'm got 30, 40 minutes into it and I'm just like, I gotta go to bed. You know, I've got a lore video in the morning. It didn't grasp my attention. Now, I realize I haven't given it a fair shake yet, and that there's a lot of love for the Stalker series, and that there are many other games besides Stalker 1. So I should definitely give it some attention. But right now I'm so preoccupied with what I'm doing for Fallout that I don't have a lot of time right now to experiment with some other games. Alfred says, Stalker's meant to make you hate it, but you can't help but love it. Okay, I can have a healthy appreciation for games like that. Like, what's that game that's going all over Steam right now? Get Over It? That guy in the jar with the stick? I should do some live streams of that. I'm sure I'd entertain. Terry says, hey, Oxhorn, love the lore vids you do, and the beard. I'm growing one myself as well. Well, I'm super glad to hear that. Good luck on your beard ventures. X Neckel says, have you thought about other Bethesda games like Dishonored or The Elder Scrolls? I'm asked the Elder Scrolls question at least a dozen times every episode. I don't plan on doing any Elder Scrolls stuff for the moment. I'm too preoccupied with Fallout, and even though I beat Skyrim, the storyline, it didn't resonate with me. As for Dishonored, I haven't even looked into it. I haven't even watched the trailer. But it's, there's a wide range of possibilities. What I'm saying is that I'm doing Fallout now. I'm only doing Fallout now. I'm enjoying doing Fallout now. Have no plans to go beyond doing Fallout now. I might do a wide range of things later, but for now I'm doing Fallout. That's what I'm doing now, Fallout. Because it's a Fallout channel. But I might do other things later. You never know. Bryce, with a very generous tip, says, Dear Oxhorn, thank you for what you do. Your next bottle is on me. Oh, that was very kind, Bryce. That's great. I'm going to splurge on a really nice bottle of Scotch for next week's program. Thank you very much. Liam says, do you also smoke a pipe? Also, are there any benefits to smoking a pipe over a cigar or vice versa? I started by smoking a pipe, and I switched to the cigar because the cigar is so much easier. Now, I do enjoy a good tobacco pipe. I really enjoy the aroma of pipe tobacco. My wife likes the aroma of pipe tobacco. She does not like the aroma of cigars. But the problem with pipes is that you have to pack a pipe properly in order to enjoy it. The thing with pipes is that I would constantly get tongue bite. No matter how well I packed my pipe, I would get tongue bite. Now, for those who don't know, tongue bite is when the tobacco burns so quickly that it forms a burning chemical in the pipe tobacco. I know. Delicious. No, not delicious. It burns your tongue. It gives your tongue a chemical burn. Now, it's not a burn that, like a 3rd-degree burn or anything like that, but it singes off the taste buds. At least that's the way it feels, so that for the next 2 days, I feel like I've got this heavy, papery thing in my mouth that was once my tongue. So it's very unpleasant. And I've tried so hard to pack a pipe properly so that I can avoid that, because if you pack it properly and there's enough air between each of the little strands of tobacco for enough oxygen to allow the flame to go through at a slow rate so that it burns evenly, then you can avoid tongue bite. But if you pack it too tightly or too loosely, then you're going to get it, and I have a hard time with packing a pipe properly. The nice thing about cigars is it's already packed for you. It's hand-rolled, it's ready to go. You just cut it, set it on fire, and it's so much easier, a lot less hassle. So that's why I personally switched to cigars. Dude in a Mask Chad says, "Greetings, good sir. I know you're busy with videos and all. I just wanted to know if you would take a look at my Fallout 4 mod Aviator's Cabin on Nexus." Well, I don't know anything about it aside from what you just mentioned, but I'll leave myself a note to check it out. Aviator's Cabin on the Nexus. Oxhorn says, "Paul, did you read my limerick I posted to Scotch and Smoke Rings 428? Is that a comment that you left on my episode of 428? No, I have a hard time reading all the comments that come through, but I'd love to read your limerick. I have not read it yet. Jay Delinry says, "Oxhorn, what's your favorite weapon in all of the Fallout series and why?" Well, even though I really enjoy the creativity of all of the weapons in Fallout New Vegas, and I'm not even counting weapons in Fallout 3 right now. I mean, one thing, I love Fallout 3. You know I love Fallout 3. I just finished a multiple-week series on Fallout 3. But the gunplay in Fallout 3 is not good. It's not good. Hey, new sponsor, Sparkle Bomb. Thank you for sponsoring, Sparkle Bomb. I believe you may be the first sponsor on YouTube. Is that a new feature? Anyway, the gunplay for Fallout 3 is not good. It's really a VATS game. You have to install a lot of mods to get gunplay to work really well outside of VATS, which I have done, which is why you don't see me using a lot of VATS in my Fallout 3 videos. That said, gunplay was dramatically improved with Fallout New Vegas. They did a great job, but Fallout 4 blew both of those games away. The gunplay in Fallout 4 is amazing. Even if you don't like the lore, you think it's not really an RPG game. Sure, it's called Fallout, but it's not a real Fallout. Even if you're one of those, you gotta admit the gunplay is very well done. Now, so I really like the gunplay for Fallout 4, and it depends on what I want to do. For sniping, my favorite weapon is I'm not going to be able to remember it now. It's the rifle from Far Harbor. What's it called? Old Faithful is the name of the weapon that my primary sniper Minuteman character uses, and I forget what kind of weapon it's called. But I really enjoy the look and the feel of that weapon. It's such a great weapon. But when it comes to automatic weapons, I love the assault rifle. And I know that I'm alone with that. There are so many mods on Nexus Mods changing everything about the assault rifle. People they have strong emotions when it comes to the assault rifle for Fallout 4. They don't like the way it looks, they don't like the way it feels, they think it's too big, they don't like the noise it makes. I'm completely the opposite. I love everything about the assault rifle. I know it looks goofy, but I love that lever action rifle. Thank you, Canuck. It's a brain fart. But I love the look and feel of the assault rifle in Fallout 4. I especially love the barrel at the very end. It's not the capacitor. It just has this I don't know, what's the way to describe it? It feels like it's a weapon out of time. It's not something you would find on a battlefield today. It wouldn't fit in a modern military shooter. It really would only work in maybe a period game, like a World War I, World War II game, or in Fallout. So I really enjoy the assault rifle. My favorite, says Dewery, is the Overseer's Garden. It's an assault rifle with a double shot if you can get from Fault 81. Close. It's a combat rifle, actually. I have it. I use it on my Institute character a lot. And I really enjoy the combat rifle as well, particularly because it's so... you can do so much with it. You can use it as a sniper rifle. You can use it as an automatic weapon. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it. So it's a great little weapon. But I don't know. For some reason, I don't like the way it sounds. It doesn't feel right, which I know is weird to say when you're playing a game, and it's hard for me to describe. But when I'm on my Institute character, and I've gone through all of the automatic weapons for her because she's an automatic commando spec build, and when I used Overseer's Guardian a lot because of the double shot effect. It's a powerful legendary effect, so for the sake of practicality, I use it much more than I do an assault rifle. But when using it, it feels unwieldy, especially when you've got a silencer on it. It's hard to hear the retort. It just kind of goes clack, 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 clack. It doesn't feel right to me. The assault rifle feels right. It feels really good. And I also enjoy the handmade gun from Nuka World. Another really well-made weapon. Another weapon that you can alter on the workbench to turn it into practically anything that you want. But as an automatic weapon, it also feels really good. It was based off of an old World War II LMG. Are you talking about the assault rifle? Yes. I'm getting a lot of those comments, so it must be true if everybody is saying it. Ox, you sound like my chemistry teacher when you said brain fart. Am I revealing my age? Is that not what the kids say these days? Clorox says, what are your thoughts on plasma weapons? How do you think they are best executed? Automatic, sniper, flamer, etc. etc. Well, I have a love-hate relationship with the plasma weapon. I'll talk about just Fallout 4 for now. The love-hate relationship with the plasma rifle is I like the way it looks, feels, works. It's powerful. Everything about it is great, except the ammunition is so rare and expensive. Even though I've got a level 70-some-odd character and thousands of caps, or at least I had, I found myself selling all of my other inventory of ammunition and going to every single trader just to buy as much plasma rounds as I possibly could. Using a plasma automatic weapon as a primary weapon it's just impractical. No matter how much ammunition I would buy, I would go through it so quickly that I could barely get through one dungeon and I've exhausted all of my extremely expensive plasma ammunition. So even though it's an amazing automatic rifle, you just go through so much ammo. So because of that, I also don't think it makes a very good flamer. I mean, it makes a great flamer. I've used it as a flamer in the past, and it is deadly. But again, it just burns through the ammunition. Never mind. So it's probably a better sniper rifle. But then you've got to compare it to all of the other sniper rifles in the game. And when compared to a ballistic sniper rifle, it just doesn't have the same feel, and I would never use the plasma gun as a sniper rifle, when instead I could use the lever action rifle from Fallout, from Far Harbor, for example. There's no way it's based off of the Lewis gun? Well, I would Google all of these things, but I'm broadcasting right now. Mrs. Z says, OMG, no. Oxhorn, nope. Those sunglasses are not okay. Someone was not a fan of my patrolman's sunglasses? Oh, Heartbroken. Scooby says, what if you leave your brain in Old World Blues? What gets cut out by the ferryman? So that's a different game. Old World Blues is Fallout New Vegas, and Point Lookout is Fallout 3. So even after having done Old World Blues, you can go to Point Lookout because it's a different person. The Courier is involved in Fallout New Vegas, whereas the Lone Wanderer is involved in Fallout 3. Your opinion on shotguns? Well, I have yet to do a shotgun build, except for in my live stream. I really wanted to do a shotgun surgeon build, so I did a shotgun surgeon playthrough in my Fallout 4 VR live stream. I did 11 or 12 episodes of that, and I played a shotgun surgeon. I really enjoy the shotgun, but I prefer the handmade shotgun that you get from the Creation Club. That shotgun feels amazing, and it's so modular. You can turn it into a double or triple barrel shotgun. It's great. It's a wonderful little weapon. Sadly, it's not vanilla. You do have to buy it from the Creation Club. What's your favorite weapon in New Vegas? Well, I think my favorite weapons are the ones that have a lot of lore associated with them, so I'm going to say the Survivalist's Rifle from Honest Hearts is probably one of my favorites. And then there's the laser rifle that you get from the Sunset Sarsaparilla Company, which has all of the bottle caps on it and the scratch marks. It's been highly modified. I really enjoyed that weapon as well. That's one of the really cool things about Fallout New Vegas. The unique weapons really feel and look unique. What's the worst weapon in the game? The Acid Soaker. The Acid Soaker. It's the worst weapon in the game. When Nuka World came out, I did a video on all the weapons, loot, armor, consumables that you can get from Nuka World. And when I had to talk about the Acid Soaker, I was livid. I did not have pleasant things to say about the Acid Soaker. It was such a waste. It was such a waste of time. Also, the paddle ball. I remember shooting this footage, and I've got this paddle ball from Nuka World, and I'm coating it with Nuka-Cola Quantum, which suddenly makes it explosive. And I'm walking up to enemies going, "Bap, bap, 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 bap." And it's killing them. And I'm sitting there just cracking up going, what deranged mind came up with an explosive Nuka-Cola Quantum powered paddle ball? Who would use that weapon in their everyday playthrough? I mean, it's great for a laugh. But that and the Acid Soaker are just not worth it. I really hate the junk jet, says Asher. Yeah, the junk jet also is not a very useful weapon. I remember really enjoying the junk jet in Fallout 3. I remember being excited to get all of the components necessary to craft it, and then finding a lot of pre-war money and paper that I could use as ammunition, and then the novelty wore off pretty quickly. The same was true when we found the junk jet in the arc jet systems of Fallout 4. You get the junk jet, and the novelty wore off pretty quickly. I mean, ammunition is just not practical for the junk jet. Now, it might be for a survival playthrough, but on a non-survival playthrough where ammunition weighs 0, then there's no point to use the junk jet because there's no ammunition that it uses that weighs 0 as far as I know. I mean, even if you use pre-war money, each stack of money still weighs... Does it have a weight, or does it not have a weight? I forget whether or not pre-war money has a weight in Fallout 4. I'm confused. Anyway, yeah. All right. Cool Air says the junk jet wasn't from Fallout 3. It was the rocket launcher. Yes, you're right. The rocket launcher. Okay, it is time for Metro. Let me get it on my screen here, and we'll go from there. Hang tight. Okay, Metro. There we go. There's that sound. All right, let's turn off my music. Let's switch cameras. There you go.
The subterranean Venice. And
This is Artyom, the scourge of the shrimps.
Are you fucking
You should
looking
see
at
him
me?
shoot.
Huh? I never met anyone
Okay.
quite as good as him.
We talked with these guys earlier.
Would you help me take out a few bad guys?
Simon, I freaking knew it. This is getting old.
So the goal with this is to avoid any inappropriate content that might show up during the broadcast. So I'll have to keep looking at the ground.
Give way!
Did you want something, young man? Make your choice. Everything's fresh.
What do we have here?
Fish bellies.
Bellies? You should have brought eyes.
Oh, maybe there are some eyes in the fish bellies. You never know what they ate.
Right, make your jokes.
Soft, pre-war fish. Buy it, and the boys will love you.
Oh man, so many paths to go. All right, let's start with going over here.
Bro, please, help me out, will you? Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Can even look at this. Could you please get some bread?
Where am I supposed to get bread? They don't even have it at Nova Kutnevskaya.
Pretty sure I'm not gonna go beyond that door. If it's a nondescript door down an alleyway, then yeah, I'm not gonna go down.
So, did you take a look around? I have some business with you. Let's be frank. Seems like you're stuck here for good. Sunken tunnels everywhere, And if you go to Novokuznetskaya, you're as good as dead, probably. Seems like you're out of options. So, here's the deal. You could just stay here with us. You're young, tough, you can handle things, and we'll find you a job in no time. Especially since most of those newcomers here are just human refuse from Novokuznetskaya. Just think about it. You start working with our fishermen, get a bit acquainted with things.
Okay, I'm seeing your feedback. You're saying that the audio is too loud. All right. Wow. Especially the music.
Then you might actually like
Is that better?
We could even find you a nice girl. Well, I won't pressure you.
Is that better?
Go get
Let me
some
know in the
rest
chat.
and try to stay out of trouble. The gangsters seem to be jumping today.
All right, so this guy has given me the option to join his community. The subterranean Venice is a strange city. 3 stations, half flooded with groundwater. Old-timers say there used to be another city by that name. They also say it was the most beautiful city in the world. Who knows what has become of it? Who knows indeed?
Come on, move it. I'm having the time of my life, but you're rowing too damn slow.
They really did a good job making this look kind of like Venice. They've got the boats and everything.
But we've been here for half an hour already.
Freaking don't get it, do you? Do you know who I am? Let's take this outside.
Bye, закрой, Тох. No need. What did I say?
Take this outside.
All right.
And take your shit with you.
Sure thing.
What's taking you so long?
Are these like tunnel snakes?
Hey, come take our order now.
All right, Doc, quiet. Don't scare the girls. They'll be right here. 2 steaks and moonshine. Now.
My bro said now.
All right. They'll get it in no time. Just calm down.
Look, why do you need all those bullets?
If you saw the streets that lurk outside Venice, you wouldn't be asking such questions.
Is there a subtitles option? Because I'm getting subtitles for some of it, but I'm not getting subtitles for all of it. Yeah, I don't know.
The bullets bounced right off its armor. Only weak spot is inside its mouth.
Good armor, you say? Hell, ask your guys to make me a vest out of that. I'll give you some salt and some damn good pot.
Try that. Not ice. As soon as it dries, it gets brittle like glass. If you still want to try, we can get you some pieces. But we usually hunt only the young ones. They're easier to deal with. And we try to avoid the big males.
Well, I didn't get any big positive karma boosts by watching, so. This game has every Russian stereotype. Oh, this is handy. They mark it with a big red sex shop sign, right? So I know exactly what to avoid. Thank you, developers. You make live streaming so much easier. What's this guy doing? Is he peeping? He is. All right, I don't want to look in there.
What can I do for you, young man? I'm all ears.
Dirty old man, you were peeping on the strippers. Gosh.
Mute or what?
Okay. Ammunition.
Special menu prices. Huge discounts.
What have I got?
They make these real good here. You should get some while you can.
Come here, don't be shy.
Nice bullets these are. Never had a problem with them.
Crooks, killers, bandits. Does anyone need a gun? I have all kinds of guns for sale.
It's a shame to sell such fine bullets. I'd rather keep them for myself.
To prove your aim and agility, making money in the process.
Mister, none of these bullets are Dutch. You have my guarantee.
What's running about?
Look, pal,
Just
you've got
minutes
too
ago.
much of this stuff.
Come get your nuggets.
Look, buddy, you won't find better ammo anywhere.
All right. Well, I've got all the ammo I
If you
need.
need something, I'm always here.
Okay, what's down here?
I have some really kick-ass guns here. Fresh inventory.
What row? What the fuck?
Shoot straight.
Here,
Shoot far.
I have this.
Shoot at our
Boatswain sent me. Fuck you and your boatswain. I'm telling you, it's close.
Duplex. What is
Gun
this?
is a beast.
And in the meantime,
Buy it. All caravans are as good as yours.
Oh, is that different from the one that I have?
this shit.
I think it
You
is.
can't go anywhere. But you still have to do your job.
RPK. Pre-war light
Look,
machine
man,
gun.
that's a really great gun. Highly recommend it.
This is the one I have, right?
What can I say about this kill machine? It's great. Simply great.
Okay, let's swap out my shotgun. That is my shotgun, right? Should I trade
Look,
it for the
man,
duplex?
that's a really great gun. Highly recommend it.
Yes. Trade your Shambler for the duplet. With your trade-in, your cost will be 17. The rifle is worth it. Any thoughts on the shotgun? Should I trade in this shotgun? Okay, I'll try.
Great choice, my man.
Thank
You'll
you.
kick ass with that gun.
All right, let's... Ooh! Oh, look at that! Increases the duplet's firepower twofold, enabling it to fire 2 or 4 shells at once, which leads to correspondingly increased recoil. Oxhorn, you need to go to the red door to resume the quest. Sad to say the strippers need to be shown. Or the quest is no more? What? I thought I could completely avoid that part of the story. Oh, you mean I gotta go up there? Oh, everyone is saying no after I sell the shotgun. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. I hate this lag between what I do and the stream. I'm seeing this huge cascade of everyone saying, no, no, don't sell the shotgun. No, don't do it. Too late now. Too late now. Alright. Okay, let's see. What have I got here? Silencer. I don't need a silencer. Extended barrel makes the shot spread tighter, turning the duplet from a close combat weapon into a veritable hunting gun. Good for medium range. Well, I don't need range. Yeah, I don't need range for this one. Let's get that. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. I've got a sweet shotgun now. Now you did say that I should do the rifle, right?
That gun is a beast. Buy it.
Oh, it's what I already have.
Caravans are as good as yours.
Yeah, I already have this. So let's customize it. Oh, and do I want a scope?
This is so great. Wonderful, yeah?
I hate scopes.
Another
So I've got a silencer on it already. And a scope. Okay.
So long, man.
I think I'm okay. My iron sights are good for the game. Great, yeah. I've always preferred iron sights to scopes for some reason. I don't know.
If you've got business with the supervisor, come in the evening. Get lost.
All right. Calm yourself.
Hey, how about a try?
Whatever you
Cheaper
want.
than mushrooms. Come on in.
I got nothing. The business is dead.
The rules are simple. You take position and kill all the critters. If you make it before the signal, you can collect your winnings.
Oh,
Anyone looking for
interesting.
grenades? I've got them here.
I don't want to waste
Well,
my
it's
ammo
your
though.
choice.
Nice. Be
Business
sure
is
to
dead.
pack a bag.
You're the one who came here. Asked us for product.
Well, I thought there'd be something, man.
Well, there is not. So I'm going to take back our investment. Give me the merchandise and 2 clips interest.
2 clips, but the arrangement was...
The arrangement was that you sell everything.
Sorry, it just didn't happen.
The merchandise, Kazul. And maybe I'll let you keep the clothes on your back.
Look, I'll give everything back. I just need some time.
Looks like we got a mob
Stop.
situation going on here.
Give us our merchandise.
Come on! Think we're gonna get our money?
Think faster. We ain't gonna wait long.
I'll get it all tomorrow.
Fuck tomorrow. Now! Where's the merchandise?
I'll get everything, I swear!
You brain dead man? Where the fuck
Alright,
is
it's
our
okay.
money?
Alright, hush, baby, hush. What happened?
I lost my teddy bear.
Hush, baby. It's alright. We'll find your teddy bear. Don't cry. Where did you walk today?
I wanted to show him the shooting range, and then I got yelled at and ran.
Oh! Okay, if I go to the shooting range, maybe I can retrieve the teddy bear. All right, let's go to the shooting range.
Come on in. Take position.
All right. See if I can find that teddy bear.
Incendiaries. Get the fire started.
I bet he's not hitting anything. Who's game?
Nice shot.
Half lead.
How about 2 to 1 if he hits everything?
I'm even alright with 3. He ain't hitting shit.
All right. It's a deal.
Where's the bear? Did I do it? Is that it?
Great! Here's your winning. How about the race?
Okay.
Take position.
And here are the sticky grenades. Come on, get yourself some. Supplies are limited.
Nah, he ain't gonna do it.
Whoa, that's something. He actually hit.
Ah, anyone can get lucky. Let him hit once more.
See that? He hit again.
He ain't gonna make it. 3 left.
Shoot faster. Hey, you. Why is pulling my back? Shoot faster, please.
He's hardly even
Looks like
moving.
you might be in for 3 bottles.
No way. He's missing the next one.
Well, okay, where's that teddy bear? I guess I
Great!
can't.
Here's your winning.
Great.
How about the
I got
race?
some great knives
Well,
here.
I guess I can't go
Shot
get.
them
Maybe I have to go
myself.
around.
Good for shaving.
Well, it's your choice.
I want to get the teddy bear for the kid.
He's not going to hit nothing.
Oh,
Hit one more. It was a bad shot, definitely.
maybe the bear fell under the ramp.
Shoot, shoot. Nah, he ain't gonna do it. Hey, chicken, are you here just to look? Mousy shot.
Let me fucking pass.
Calm down.
Bullets, knives, grenades, all for sale here.
Yeah, I don't see the bear. Maybe it's not like Fallout.
Bullets, knives,
Keep
explosives
shooting?
for sale.
Alright, alright, alright. I'll keep shooting.
Come on in.
Bullets sold, exchanged,
Alright, here I
bought.
go. I'm going back. Keep shooting. You need to complete the last shooting challenge to get the teddy bear. Okay, thanks, everybody.
Hey, what's the hell? Hit again? Ah, it's getting interesting. Just a no dice for him here. He wouldn't even hit the broadside of a bar with a stick.
You get that moonshine ready.
It's getting interesting for sure.
You got most of them. Cool, man.
Yeah, we're having a party tonight. You lost, Shorty, so I'll be drinking to you, Sniper.
That was something. Here's a special prize for you.
Oh, yay!
It's usually lasts till the evening. Well, our barbecue is going to be busy for a
Bullets,
while now.
knives, explosives for sale here. Bullets sold, exchanged, bought.
Teddy bear! Alright, my son. No more tears.
My teddy bear! Mom, the teddy bear is back! Where have you been? Were the buns good? Don't leave me again!
Oh, thank you so much. I was at a loss. What should you say? This person helped your teddy bear come home, so what should you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome, kiddo.
Thank you. You're a godsend. Simon brought that teddy bear from the surface. Toys are scarce here, as you know. So he grew really fond of it. How about we go home now?
Can I play her some more?
All
Okay,
right,
good
but
deed
not
of the
for
day.
long. We'll go home soon.
Right. Oh, well, I guess I better get this over with. All right. This is how we're going to do this. And I'm sorry ahead of time, but I didn't realize we were going to be doing this right now. Well, I did. I just didn't get it done. All right. So the way we're going to do this is like so. Yeah, this is now a reaction video. It's no longer a live stream. It is now one of those YouTube reaction videos. All right, here we go.
Just don't hurt the girls.
Whoa!
Come on, baby.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Whoa!
Hey! What about the
Get it from
money?
your local boss, bitch. Show up.
We don't have bosses here. Cough it
Are
up.
you crazy? They're friends with Keasley.
Are you sure? Great. I have to serve all his friends for free and still pay him his cut.
I'm sick and tired of it.
Alright, we had some fun. Now it's time for work. So, first thing, we pay Keasley and you head to Comrade Corbett. Tell him the virus container's been successfully delivered to Oktyabrskaya, okay?
Hey, pretty boy.
Let's
Why are
go.
you just standing
We've
there?
business to attend to.
Whoa!
Hey, where's Mom Nessie?
Whoa!
Just don't feel it.
Whoa! Come on now!
Can't wait to touch me, can you, Daragoy? Well, if you want it that bad... What kind of dance would you like, sweetie? Tell me, don't be shy. I'm quite imaginative.
The door. Let's see. Oh, did I just... Am I smoking a hookah? Oh, I'm totally tripping, man. I smoked some sort of crazy hookah. Hey, lady, I'm gonna go now. Bye.
That's all? A shame, really. If you decide to come back, I'm always around.
Okay, thank you. Bear that in mind. Whoa! Hands off the merchandise. Calm down there, bud.
Fucking reason to stick here.
That's one fine woman.
Okay, well, did I learn everything I needed to? Can I go now? I did. Okay.
Real guns for...
Okay. The inappropriate part is over. Sorry about that.
real men. Get your gun here.
Okay. Now.
Bullets, knives, grenades, all for sale here.
Was running about just minutes ago. Come get your nuggets.
What they get in trouble?
Brutes, killers, bandits. Does anyone need a gun? No one up to know.
Is the boss here?
Yeah. Take that door for me.
Look at them parading around.
I'll go check the door.
Patience, patience. You guys always rib me when I go in guns blazing, so I'll at least try to start from stealth. This will be tricky. I can't... Asher says, is it moral to show us or not show us that scene? New video idea, yeah. Alright, don't know how I'm going to get past this part. I wish I could throw something like in Metal Gear Solid where you distract them. Ah!
You see that guy in the helmet? He gave us a case last time he was here, and Keithley sent it off to Oktyabrsky. Said he was full of flyers for the working people. Flyers, my ass! That case had a lock.
So, what was in there?
I wish I knew.
Was handy. I wonder why he wanted to walk into that dark, secluded corner. What could have possibly been there?
Just don't think that means you can drink on the job.
Oh! Did I just pick up one? I didn't need to buy it at all. I just picked one up off of his body. Wait a minute.
What the hell are you looking for?
I told Nadia I'd get her a picture, but these damn paintings are too big. I don't need to cover a fucking wall.
Wait a minute.
Just got the piece they like out. I'll be down with it.
Brilliant, great idea. I'll find something good myself.
Who the fuck is that?
Whoops! Okay. The game is afoot. I was not as sneaky as I thought.
The man down! Shit, he's down!
Casualties are mounting! You fuck!
This is a good time to relight.
Внимательно! We've got company!
Shit! Where from?
Why would I know? Just take care! Come on, the fuck. We just want to talk. Man, fuck, that is a beach. Hey, got anything? Nothing. Ha, the beach.
Keeping one pin!
Oh! I am just making this a dog's breakfast, aren't I? Yes, I am. Big dog's breakfast. Big dog's breakfast. I realize you told me to shoot the lights, which I should have done once I was discovered. Why is that? Okay.
Beach might be gone.
He isn't going anywhere. We're gonna find him. Stay cool.
Okay. We're okay. We're okay.
Just you wait.
Oh. Hydroponics? Oh, those are the drugs. That's right, they're drug dealers. They're making people sniff up mushrooms is what they're doing. Okay. What happens if I get too close? Oh, nothing? I thought I heard a noise. He thought he heard a noise. Ha
Drop your weapon, Billet.
There
It's behind
he
your
is.
head. Well, what an unexpected encounter. Looking for the Dark One, huh? Well, maybe there is a hope for you and Polis. But, you're too late. Yeah, those Dark Ones of yours are the real deal, yeah? Comrade Corbett had an eye on them for a long time. Just imagine them domesticated, then unleashed on the enemy.
So that's the big dark plan, eh?
Hey, steady now. All right, you're on top, D'Artagnan, you are on top. What now? You were looking for the Dark One, right? Well, he is nearby, at Oktyabrskaya. I can take you there. No tricks this time, you have my word.
Everyone on the ground, now!
Artyom?
No!
Ah, shoot him! For Pete's sake!
He got away. Why did you attack the storage alone? You could have tried to call me. Well, things worked out. But you'll have to get out of here on the double. I know an exit to the surface here. There's a swamp, but it's traversable. Let's go.
Alright. I keep getting saved by these guys. Like, I have no idea who this is. He seems to know me, but I have no idea. Are you just gonna walk into this closet and have me figure it out? Is that what you're doing? Oh wait, no. Ah. Gotcha. Thank you. Ooh.
Put this on. That's for the gangsters.
Oh, okay. Whoa, what is this? Sweet. Hazmat suit, right? Let's do this.
If I'm lucky, our people will be waiting for me at the outpost in the abandoned church. I will tell them everything I know. About Pavel, about a test of some kind they're going to conduct, and will continue my way to Oktoberskaya. The Dark One is there.
Someone asks, did I play the first one? Yes, I did. I live streamed it during previous episodes of Scotch and Smoke Rings. Ooh. Now this is a post-apocalyptic
Here it is,
wasteland.
the swamp. The base is right across, in the church. You can't see it from here. There's a powered winch ferry. It needs fuel. You should be able to get some in the plane or in the cache at the gas station. Stay out of water if you want to live. Well, that's all. Good luck, Artyom.
Thank you, stranger. Don't know your name. Bye. Hopefully, I have enough gas masks. Oh, this is great. This is what I love about games like this. I love big wastes like this. But, I believe I have a task. Okay. Downed plane, fuel station, gas, winch, church. Right? Right. Oh man, look at this devastation. It's gorgeous. Okay. Stay out of the water, he says. I can do that. I'll stay out of the water. I'll do my very best to... Will criminy. Plane. Oh! Well, by golly. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. What is attacking me right now? I can't even tell. What is attacking me? What the heck? Oh, it's on the other side. Whoops. Okay. All right. Well, bearings. I'm getting my bearings. That's what this is. Oh, man. Dragons. Why must there always be dragons? Okay, there's the plane. Can I get over there without touching the water? Can I get over there without touching the water? That is the big question. Well, let's see what happens if I touch the water. Run! Oh. Okay. So I literally can't touch the water. Okay. All right. Ah! What was that? Okay, let's figure this out. Can't touch the water. I love the look and feel of this gun. But I need to be careful. Oh! Oh! Okay. Whoops. Okay, so this is the fueling station. I need to find fuel. Back of the truck? Fuel truck, maybe? There it is. No fuel? Great. I feel like I sailed into a maelstrom. Events that I don't fully understand start happening all around me, and suddenly I'm dragged down to the bottom by their current. Wherever I go, everybody around me keeps talking of war. Some are getting ready for it, others running from it, but everyone believes it's coming. Miller, Führer, Moskvin. The people at the theater and the refugees from the Red Line, the damp and rusty air of the metro, smells of blood and doom. This is not my war. I wonder if anything at all can be done to prevent it. I love the moments where we just stop and have introspection in the middle of a mutated swamp. Okay, so this was a dud. I clearly went the wrong way. I have got to get to the crash site. There it is. Oh-ho! So close, yet so far. What? What? No! Right, that happened. Oh, come on, man. Okay, I'm starting to dislike this swamp a whole lot. Come on, man! Ah! I gotta kill this thing so it stops picking me up and throwing me all over the place. Did I get it? I think I got it. I think I got it. Okay, for the love of Pete. Am I back where I was? Yes! Yes! Ha 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 ha! One vial of precious fuel and then I get attacked by a swamp creature! Someone's still there. Someone's still there. Where's that other one? Go for it. Wait a minute. Okay, winch. Where's that winch? Oh, the doggone bird thing! Yeah! Gotcha! You doggone flying creature! Ugh. Where am I now? There! Well, at least I can thank him for bringing me to the winch. Okay. Church. All right, am I blind? Where's this church? Where is the church? Okay. That doesn't look like a church. Is that the church? Ah! Gotcha. All right. Well, I don't know why that flying thing attacked the swamp thing, but the enemy of the enemy is my friend, right?
made quite a lot of noise pushing through the marshes. If there really are our people in the church, I will soon meet them.
Oh. Oh, ho, ho. Oh. I do read you. Yes, I read you. Looks like I'm running out of my shotgun ammunition. I got my pea shooter left. And I can't close this door. Why can't I close the door? If this subterranean island gets dragged into the meat grinder of the coming war, all of this will be done for. Gondola rides in the tunnel rivers, swimmers and fishermen, the amazingly useless art galleries, all these children who grew up in the dark but are shining themselves with the light of hope. Nothing will remain, just a charred, burnt-out station, and soon all the rest of the metro will become just like that. What was that? Church. Anybody see a church? And I'm back where I started. Oh. There. There is the church. How do I get over there? Do I climb? Follow the path when you see it. Oh, that's not it. Pull out my compass. I don't know where my compass is. Where is my clipboard compass? I haven't had to use it until now. I think I found it. Pea shooter. Okay. All right. Smoke break. All right, I'm going to get to the church and then end the stream. That's what I'll do. Okay. Can I snip this? At least they're giving me filters. Right. Head for the chanting voices and the shining light. I can do that.
We're waiting for you at the church.
Great. I'll see you there.
Come on, man. Get over here.
Ah, saved! No, of course I'm not saved! And I'm on a bloody line! What do they call? Call to the mark!
Let's hit the big one!
Hit the big one? Really? Thanks, I think I could have figured that out! Yes, it's big and it's in my face! I'll hit it with my gun!
Damn monster! You ain't standing through here!
Oh, too many seconds!
Got it! Down! First on your stick! Hey! Kill the big one! God damn it! First, keep your eyes peeled! I'm taking the left!
There! Got one!
No! One more!
Yeah!
Getting out of the water! I need some support! There, on your right! Go! Down! I'm taking the left!
It's done!
Fuck you, fucker!
I'm out! And I'm out!
One down!
How did I get so many?
Coming! Watch the water! He's heading here! Damn monster!
Let's finish it!
Kill the big one! Shit! Down! I'm taking the left! One more! Concentrate fire! Here!
Yeah, we got it!
Oh, bad freaking time!
Finish them off!
No!
It's like this on the surface.
Okay. My wife is telling me that I'm yelling just a bit too loud. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. I think I ran into the swamp.
Come on, man! Get over here! Come on, move it!
Where are they all coming from? Artyom, let's hit the big one! Damn monsters! God damn it! Come on, come on! Down! Down! There! Got one! Earth, cover me! Earth, keep your eyes peeled! Concentrate fire! Here! Done! Earth, on your stick! Getting out of the water! I need their support! Got it! Let's finish it! Come on, come on! Come on! One down! Down! Concentrate fire! Here! Got it! There! On your right! Yeah, we got it! They're getting away! Finish them off! It is always like this, on the surface.
Okay.
First time I saw a beast like that one. Now we're gonna get you over. Here you are. Damn, you are a one-man army. Great to see you. Come on, move inside.
I'm coming.
Safe in there.
There we go.
Come on in. Come on, get inside. Don't waste your filters.
I had you sighted when you were way out there. Almost shot you, too. That would teach you to answer radio hails. But I felt it was you. I hope you'll forgive me for the gardens.
All right, we made it. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I need to end this broadcast. Need to see my kids off to bed, and I need to get to work on tomorrow's video. But thank you very much for joining me for this live stream of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 441, and for joining me for Metro Last Light. Had a blast. Never fear, when Metro Exodus comes out, I'll be sure to live stream that as well. And I've got a new video coming up for you tomorrow. It'll be the end of our Point Lookout series, so I hope you guys look forward to that for tomorrow morning. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning with a brand new video.